Hello everyone, welcome back. I did a poll a little while ago asking whether or not people would like to see something I don't talk about a lot, which is music. Some of our music collections. And I've never really done it before because I've never been as much of a music collector as movies, TV, that sort of thing. Star Trek, obviously. Music's always been much more of a casual thing. I listen to music just about every day, a lot of times before bed, and I of course have favorites, but I've never been huge on collecting, and my tastes are incredibly varied, and that's part of it, is that I've never zeroed in on I am a huge fan of Southern California ska from the 90s. I never narrowed down like that, so I've never really built a huge collection of a certain genre, but there have been artists, some favorite artists over the course of my lifetime that I have built a decent little collection of without even really thinking, just really enjoying their music. So I'll be doing a few music collection videos coming up here, and I just wanted to put just sort of a general thing here with some examples of what I mean when I say that I just have very broad taste in music, so many different things. I see like the Roaring Twenties. I love a lot of music starting turn of the century. I like a lot of big band. I like a lot of the Rat Pack, Great American Songbook, some Motown. Like I like a lot of big band era. I love that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I am also a fan of some electronica and like club music, especially a lot of European stuff from the 80s to early 2000s. So like some musicals and theater, movie and video game soundtracks. And depending on the decade, I can be a total pop princess. Absolutely. You never know. Just stuff you wouldn't even think if you saw me, or you would not think I would enjoy. The total opposite of my wife, who's much more into metal, especially like operatic metal, and I'm more of a pop princess, and so just a total, runs the gamut, just a little bit of everything. The only thing that I really don't like is country, most rap, and I'd say almost everything I've heard in the last 15 years. So really, turn of the century, well, pretty much, the last century is really what I like. Turn of the century all the way through the very early 2000s, just about almost anything. And my favorite, of course, has always been the 80s. These are literally all just 80s compilations, and so just everything totally 80s. That's my favorite era for just music in general and movies, and I love the 80s. So a little bit of everything, and for a lot of those artists, as you see, I have a lot of best of the decades compilations. Most people, I don't have a very big collection. Even if I like an artist, usually it's more of, I have maybe like a greatest hits collection. That's the majority of our music stuff, is just maybe one or two best of selections. That's kind of how it's been, so not really the type of stuff that I would consider worthy of a collection video. But yeah, it's just a general overview, and now we'll get into, it's going to seem odd. I think that there are going to be a couple that are just absolute surprises, but there are a few bands and artists that have a special meaning to me that I've built up little collections, so that is what we are going to get into.